Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 23 of The First Star, our quest to win the Champions League with Arsenal for the first time. And since last episode where we got absolutely smashed by Liverpool, not good. We redeemed ourselves somewhat against West Ham. We've had just the two games. West Ham again in the cup. You can see we did get through Pellegrini and Ramsey with the goals. Semedo got himself a red card. We were too good for them even with 10 men. It was a much better performance. If we have a look at the match stats here, you can see near doesn't quite show it there, I don't think. The possession looks relatively even. They may have had a little bit of ball, but they didn't do too much with it. I don't know where those 10 shots came from, but we certainly didn't see them on the highlights. Then we played Blackburn in the league. Now, this was much tighter than it looked. You can see horrible start. They scored in the first minute. But then we came back, and it was Pellegrini with a penalty, Marin, Ramsey, and Guendouzi with the goals. Much even. I mean, this actually looks the same as the West Ham game. They actually gave us much more of a game than West Ham did. We just seem to we were a little bit better, a little bit more clinical in this game than we were against West Ham. But it doesn't matter because we won both games. You can see we've got Manchester United in the 5th round of the FA Cup. I'm tempted to show it, but I'm not really taking it super seriously yet. I feel like if we get knocked out by Manchester United, even though the board wants us to make the final, they'll probably understand, won't they? So this is what we have today. We have Napoli in the Champions League, first knockout round, first leg. Away from home, of course, that's going to be huge. Then we'll show Crystal Palace in the league. And if you have a look at the league, Crystal Palace you see are 15th, but it's a very still tight two-horse race between ourselves and Liverpool. Chelsea 11 points back in third. It's going to be a two-horse race, I think. I can't see anybody else making up the difference now. So yeah, every league game is absolutely vital because Liverpool are going stride for stride with us right now. Let's have a look at the team we're sending out against Napoli. And it's pretty much our strongest team, I think. There may be a player here or there that can consider themselves unlucky, but Leno in goal. Tierney, Mustafi, Socrates and Semedo. He's happy with his game time again, so crisis averted there. Milinkovic, Savic and Torreira. Favouring Torreira now over Xhaka. I just think he's doing a really good job in there. Better defensively, I think, as well. So Nelson and Smith Rowe are going to provide the width. Mesut Ozil and Aubameyang, hopefully, the goals. Looks like we're matching up player for player, so may the best team win, which hopefully will be us. Given it's away from home, this is it's about away goals, isn't it? We want to try and get as many of those as we can. Go out there and prove a point. Media's been giving you credit lately. Go out there, put on a worthy display. That seems to work most of the time. Some calm, we have faith. And yeah, let's see what we can do here. And here we go, Champions League anthem, ringing out around... what do they call their grounds? Sand... Oh, I'd know it if I saw it. It's Sand something, I think, isn't it? It's really... It's one of the grounds I really want to go to. Sao Pauli? I can't remember now. I'll look it up afterwards. Anyway, let's not worry about what the ground's called. Let's worry about scoring goals here. It's good that Semedo's kind of happy again now. I was a little bit worried we were going to lose him. No, that's a decent ball for Aubameyang. Aubameyang's in here. Aubameyang! 26 seconds, and we have the away goal. I thought that was just a kickoff highlight, but never mind that. It was a cracking ball through, wasn't it, from Reece Nelson. That was a really good ball, and Aubameyang just had too much from their defence. Look at this run as well. I'm assuming that's Koulibaly. Just think one side or the other. Koulibaly lunged in late. I'm assuming it's Koulibaly. It is, yeah, Koulibaly. And Aubameyang, too much for him. 19 goals this season. Let's have a look at the offside. Oh, it's not even close. Yeah, I remember at the start of this year when I was considering dropping Aubameyang because he couldn't score. 19 goals and we're in February, so he's doing okay, isn't he? That's a really good start though. Let's give it another get creative, see if we can build on it. It would be a good situation to find ourselves in if we can go home with get a goal or two in the bag, 2 away goals of course, and then we could rest a player here or there. If somebody's on a booking, we could of course not need to risk them. Let's show some passion. Oh, that made them anxious. That wasn't what I should have done. That was wrong. Bad call from the coach. Yeah, so it's good to see that Pellegrini's back fit. Lacazette is just coming back from injury as well, so that's good. That means we have sort of full beans at top. Bergkamp's been doing okay. We've given him a game here and there. I don't think he's scored again since last episode, but he's been doing okay. Thomas Houlihan, he's still in the under-18s. It's a good ball for Smith Rowe. Good chance. Oh, it's there for Aubameyang! He's onside, and that's 20 goals for the season. Could he make a late run to beat his record of last year? I tell you what, the way he's going, he's at 2-3 a game right now. We didn't play him against Blackburn or West Ham. We were just kind of resting and giving Pellegrini a chance to get his match fitness up. So that's why we didn't see him on the score sheets there. But that's another cracking ball from Tierney, isn't it? Smith Rowe's brought it down. He's a little bit unlucky there, but the goalkeeper should have done more. He just kind of pushed it straight back into the path of Aubameyang. And he does what he does. That's what a striker needs to be there to do. And that is 2-0. And this is a really, really good start. But it is just that, isn't it? 2-0. They score again. 2-1. It's a little bit more nervous. Smith Rowe only playing at 6.5. That seems a little bit harsh on him. Smashing start though, isn't it? Really, really good stuff. The only other players we need to worry about in terms of first team football is Butland. I'm not playing him in this one just because I don't want to take any risk with the Champions League. But we will play him against Crystal Palace just to make sure we want to keep him happy because he's a really, really good backup or second string or whatever you want to call it. You might really don't let your performance levels drop. I do like that. Let's give a little bit of we have faith here to Milinkovic-Savic. Now, Milinkovic-Savic has been quite quiet this game, hasn't he? So if he can fire up, then God knows what we could do in this second half. Can we score from the kickoff again? Unlikely, and the answer to that is no. Marin's starting to look the what's the word I'm looking for? Look the real deal as well, I guess. That's probably what I'm trying to say. Got his first league goal against Blackburn, I think it was. Just trying to get a sneaky look at my notes. I think it was Blackburn. I'm beginning to think that Alex Iwobi might be becoming surplus to requirements here. Because he's on a bit of change. Let's just make sure we defend this properly, please. He's on a bit of a chunk of change. And I feel like if we look down the left side, we have Marin and Smith Rowe can play there. Right side, we have Reece Nelson and Olsen, the young Norwegian, I think he is, or Dane that we signed. And I feel like they're just as good, but on much less money. So now Callahan's a decent player. What a tackle! That's what Torreira has that Xhaka doesn't. And I think that's why he's sort of first choice right now. That's a good ball. And the Aubameyang was off the bar. Is he offside? He might have been offside anyway. Look at this. We're looking motivated. We're playing well. We'll give him another get creative here when we can. Smith Rowe not quite at it, which is a little bit disappointing. But the actual overall performance has been quite good, hasn't it? They're looking anxious, which they should be looking anxious because they're about to go crashing out of the Champions League. I might even give them some praise. It's this 2-0 scoreline that worries me a little bit because if they get one back, then it suddenly looks a little bit closer, doesn't it? A little bit He's offside. Surely he's offside, yeah. If they get one back there, I mean, they still need to score 2 at our place, and you'd back us to be able to not let them do that. Is anybody looking tired there? Not particularly. I'm almost just willing to let this play out. I don't think we need to make subs. What we might do, we might just look to take Ozil off. He's a little bit of a habit of getting injured lately, so we'll take him off and just make sure that doesn't happen. Milinkovic-Savic is looking tired, but that should be fine. He's a young boy. He's strong. And that looks like that's going to be it. 2-0, 2 goals from Aubameyang, and that is a very, very solid first leg league to take back to the Emirates, isn't it? We'll do the second leg. It'll be on on Thursday, next episode, and we'll probably do that a lot. Our fixtures are a little bit messed up. I want to show the Spurs game as well as that, but they're a little bit. What do we want to say here? Just well done, I think. Just well done. Solid first leg win. You'd back us to get through from there, wouldn't you? Aubameyang on form. There it is. San Paulo. Well, thank you again for letting me know that. Next episode we'll do the second leg. I want us to do Spurs as well, but there's a little bit of a gap in between there. But I'll probably do that anyway. We'll just do Spurs. I'll play through and then we'll do the second leg. But that's for next episode. We still have a game against Crystal Palace. Okay, welcome back. It's Crystal Palace at home in the league, and you can see Liverpool's already played this round, this weekend, so they've won, so we need to obviously match them up as best we can. 3 points behind, though, we do have 2 games in hand. Now, just wanted to get your guys' opinion on something here. The fixtures have been shuffled around a little bit. The Spurs game has been moved. So, I'm a little bit torn now what to do for next episode. Do we come back for Napoli? We've got Napoli, City and Spurs sort of all in a row here. Now, a triple episode is tempting, but that would go on for a little bit too long. It'll be 40, 50 minutes long, and it's just too long for an episode. So, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. If you never commented before, this is an excellent time to start. next episode, do we sort of trust me to get us through the second leg at Napoli 2-0 away? We should do that, should we? So do we trust me to do that and then come back for City, who are fourth, and then of course Spurs, who are mid-table? Or do we do like Napoli, City, and not worry about Spurs because they're a rubbish team? I don't really like skipping games in between just because it just takes a lot more time just to have to play through, and it's just a little bit more difficult. But I can do it if you'd rather see Napoli and Spurs. Let me know what you think. I'm kind of thinking that we've kind of done the hard work in the Champions League, and given how the league title is shaping up, maybe City and Spurs might be the way to go, but I'll leave it up to you guys. What do you want to see? Pick 2 of those 3 games, I guess, and that's what we'll do. Let's have a look at the team we're sending out against Crystal Palace here. We're going relatively strong because we can't afford to be dropping too many points here. So we've got Butland in goal, Tierney, Mustafi, Socrates, and Bellerin as a back 4. Ramsey and Xhaka come into midfield. Nelson, Ozil, and Smith Rowe in behind Pellegrini. I think this team is more than good enough to beat Crystal Palace. You can see the way they're lining up. Very attacking, I would imagine, for a team that is, I think they're 15th in the league. Now, they do like to play attacking or direct football, I should say. We're going to say, just go out there, play your game, the result will come. Some passionate, we have faith. We should, if we play our best, or even something near our best, we should be able to get this done. What was I saying? Oh, they like to play direct football, so we're sitting a bit deeper against them, trying to make them break us down, kind of thing, trusting that they're not going to be good enough to do that, and then we can hit them when we have the ball ourselves. Let's see if we can get anything off to it, like the start we got against Napoli. It's a decent-ish cross, but way too close to the keeper, wasn't it? News on the injury front, Maitland-Niles he's injured. He did his hip. I think it's about 2 to 4 months, I think it said. So he may be gone for the season. He might come back towards the end, but just over the bar. We don't really use him anyway. I try to give him games in cups and off the bench if we're sort of resting first team players, just to make sure he sort of keeps developing. He's one of those. He's a good player, but I don't know if he's good enough for Arsenal. So we'll kind of see how he gets. A decent ball for Nelson, isn't it? Can he square it? We've got men in the box. Reece Nelson squares it back. Pellegrini couldn't miss. There was about 4 men in the box that couldn't miss, to be honest. But there we go, Pellegrini. That's his 16th goal of the year. Now, considering I bought him in as a plan B kind of a player, 16 goals isn't bad. I mean, it's a good thing we have because Lacazette has been a little bit injury prone this year, and when he has played, he hasn't played well. And we know that Aubameyang did not get off to the best start this year, so he has really carried us. Considering I think he's 18, is he 18? Maybe 19 now. Can we get a look at that? 18. Not bad, is it? Not bad at all. Let's give it another get creative here. If we can get a couple of goals off. I didn't put David Bergkamp on the bench because I didn't want to risk needing goals later on. I have Aubameyang there, so sorry, David. I'm playing it a little bit safe, and now I kind of regret that, if I'm honest. But yeah, we'll give him a run out in the FA Cup against Manchester United. Maybe put him on the bench for that one. If we get past Man United, we have Brighton in the next round, so that should be one we can win. It's a decent effort, that, wasn't it? I'm not quite sure what happened there. Almost looked like a scorpion kick, didn't it? So Brighton, if we get past Man United, so you'd fancy us if we can do that would be a trip, because the 6th round, I think that's the quarterfinals, isn't it? So that would fancy us a trip for Wembley there. Another decent ball, but just cut out. Not quite the height on it, or the bend, was it, from Tierney there, but like the idea. We've got, that's not good defending. The Bellerin on the cover there saved us. Socrates is supposed to be on the cover, really ran forward there and put himself out of position. Here's Pellegrini again. Pellegrini! I thought that was in. That looked in, didn't it? Just wrong side of the post. Let's give this I'm going to give it a demand more, I think. We're dominating the game. We just need to get this second goal just to be a little bit more comfortable, don't we? Tierney wins the header up to Pellegrini. Can he lay it off? We've got men getting forward here. Reece Nelson. It's ricocheted off of Ramsey. Can Ramsey get across it? Look at this. Men in the box again. If Ramsey can cross it, surely. Pellegrini. No, headed away. Tierney's there to pick it up. Maybe back out here. Yeah, this is where the space is. Well done to Ramsey. That's not a good pass. It's a horrible pass. He had to use Bellerin there. He had to use him. Socrates is... We're looking... Oh, touch wood. I know we're going to do something stupid now, but we're looking good, aren't we? We really are looking good. Smith Rowe heads it down. It's... away by Fry. Instantly I try to think of Futurana puns, but they're deserting me right now. If you have any, leave them in the comments. Next time we play against Crystal Palace, I'll consider them. Here's Tierney. What a run. This is from Kieran Tierney. Oh, it's at the post. Oh, that would have been a goal of the season contender. Unlucky from Kieran Tierney. Socrates with the throw for Xhaka. Look at this man in space here. Ramsey. Can he get a shot away? Can he get a shot away? He's kind of running into an alleyway there. There should be someone out here. Use Bella, and there we go. He can drive in now. Drive into this byline. Pull it back. Again, look how many men we have in the box. Reece Nelson picks out Pellegrini. Oh, I think that was a clearance off the defender. I don't think it was a massive mess up. And now we find ourselves under a little bit of pressure here. Tierney back. This is just wonderful stuff. Football is the winner here, isn't it? What a performance we're putting in. And an all-round performance too, isn't it? We're covering ourselves defensively. We're just looking really good. We need to get this second goal, though, because we know a penalty, a corner, just a deflected shot, anything can go wrong, can't it? Let's get creative here. Keep this going. All right, we'll take one from a corner ourselves. Just get this second goal, and then we can put on the party pieces. Pellegrini just over. Oh, this game should be well and truly done, but we just can't put it to bed right now. Smith Rowe again. I feel like he's playing okay, but the match ratings aren't there for him. That should be half-time, though. There it goes, the half-time whistle. 14 shots, 2 on target. I mean, that tells a story, doesn't it? We've seen them on the highlights, haven't we? Just past the post. I mean, look at that. Tierney smack the upright. What do we say? I think it's going to be don't get complacent. It's a sort of game where we've absolutely dominated, but very, very easily could find ourselves dropping points because we haven't put it away yet. I don't think we need to change anything, though. We'll see if they come out any differently. But yeah, I think we just need more of the same. We just need to be a little bit more clinical in front of goal. We do, of course, have a Aubameyang we can bring off the bench. What's happening here? Well done. What's a great block from Mustafi. Yeah, we have Mkhitaryan as well. Milinkovic-Savic. We have options and good options on the bench. So we'll demand more here. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Smith Rowe's match rating and I'm thinking Mkhitaryan, if I'm honest, but I mean, I don't understand. not well clear. I mean, I do, because this is it. This is where we get our hearts broken, isn't it? Away. Oh, you could see it coming. Oh, that is really disappointing. I don't know if Jack Butland had to come for that, if I'm honest. It was probably ambitious, and if he'd stayed on his goal line, it's one of those looping sort of headers, wasn't it? They probably would have got there to save it. All right, we don't need to panic here. That's the last thing we need to do, because we have been the better team although they have come right back into this, haven't they? All right, we actually are going to change stuff now, because the second half is not going to plan whatsoever. All right, so first things first, we're going to put a bit of pressure on them. I am going to take Smith Rowe off because he just isn't quite at it. We'll play inside forward for Mkhitaryan. We have faith in him to go out there and get the job done. As I said, we don't need to panic. Oh, we might need to panic. What is going on? Oh, Socrates has done well there. Do we need to bring Milinkovic-Savic off the bench? It would be for we could bring him on for either Ramsey or Xhaka. I would imagine you'd probably want to do it for Ramsey, because Xhaka is a creative player. So I would imagine you'd want to bring him on for him. We'd want to leave Xhaka on. Bellerin's done well there. We were so good in the first half, and we're 20 minutes into this second half now. We haven't troubled the scorers. Here we go. Nelson out for Kieran Tierney. In for Mkhitaryan. Oh, this is nice. That's wonderful football. Go on, Pellegrini. This is goal of the season if he scores it. Pellegrini! Oh, he's missed it. Oh, would Aubameyang have scored that? And I think the answer's yes. Come on, boys. Ozil. Bit of a block out there. Pellegrini! Go! He made up for it. It wasn't the beautiful football goal the last one would have been, but it counts the same, doesn't it? Like they say, they don't draw pictures on the scoreboard, they just add a goal to the tally. So that is really good. We'll give it a concentrate now. We just want to make sure that we don't over-celebrate this. Yeah, it looked like Maya got a foot in there. Bellerin's picked up the scraps, and Pellegrini, he was committed, wasn't he? You'll give him that. He was committed. Giving it to the keeper as well in the celebration. We won't change too much just here. We'll give it a... What will we give it? A get creative. I don't know what to tell him. I don't know what to tell him. I guess if you don't know what to say, don't say anything at all. That might be a case of what to do here. I'll give it a concentrate now. We're almost getting to the point where we just need to go and see this game out. Reece Nelson's looking tired. I don't really have anybody to bring on for him unless we bring... we could bring Semedo on and play him up there as a sort of a defensive winger. Alright, we're going to just start and close this game out. It shouldn't have been this tight. It really, really shouldn't have, but it is. So, it is what it is, I guess. We just have to do this. We'll slow that down. We don't have to roll it out. Just get rid of it. However, we'll regroup when we lose possession. We'll slow down that tempo. We'll be more disciplined. And hopefully we'll just see this out now. Can we get just a coach relaxing third goal here? Here's Ozil. Mesut Ozil. Go on, son. Mesut Ozil! Oh! That would have been another... We've had 2 goals of the season contenders just blasted over the bar. And that should be it now. That should be it. There it is. Well, that was a lot harder than it should have been, wasn't it? But in the end, we got the job done. Second half, I think... I mean, it was from a corner, wasn't it? But they definitely came back into it. We'll work on defending set pieces just to be safe. Butland didn't cover himself in glory. That's probably why you're not playing as often as you should be, mate. Or you think you should be anyway. But 2 goals from Pellegrini, we've got the job done. And that is ultimately, that's what matters, isn't it? So we stay level, joint top. Goal difference is getting away from us a little bit, but as long as we get more points than Liverpool, then that should be fine. We secure the win. Pellegrini is set for a pay rise. He's earned every cent of that, the way he's playing so far this season. 18 goals now in his first season as an 18-year-old. That's pretty impressive. But guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Like I say, don't forget to let me know what you want to see next time out. Is it Napoli, Man City, Tottenham? We can do 2 of those 3. I'm just wondering from your point of view if you don't want to see Napoli because we've kind of gone through and you'd rather see 2 games in the league. But like I said, let me know and we'll do whatever you want. But until next time, if you have enjoyed that, I should say too, make sure you hit like. I greatly appreciate it. It helps people find the channel. And subscribe, of course, if you're new. Ring the bell so you see when I upload new videos. But until next time, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.